If you've ever wondered how those NFT collections are made, those 10,000 image collections where you think the artist sat down and drew 10,000 images, no, not quite. The artist would draw it a whole bunch of assets, and then a script is used to combine those images together to create a massive collection of unique images. I have Sven here from the ADAWaifus collection, and he'll be talking through how he created his own script based off Hashlips with a couple of little improvements, and how he used that to create the ADAWaifus collection. And it's pretty cool. It's really easy to do, and he talks you through the entire script process and demos how it actually works as well. So if you've ever wanted to create your own collection, this video is for you. Let's get into it.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
I have Sven joining me from the ADAWaifus project, and he's going to talk about NFT generator that he created for the project, and also a little bit about the project as well. So I'm pretty excited to learn a little bit more about how these NFT collections are actually made. Sven, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So let's start with a little bit about your crypto journey. How did you get into crypto and then now eventually Cardano?
Yes, so many years ago, a good friend from me come to me to home, and he said, "There's something new. It's named Bitcoin. It will be maybe a big thing. I don't know, but yeah, maybe you should invest some money." And I, of course, not invest anything. And he invested about $50, and yeah, he's a millionaire now. And yeah, I missed this train. And Toby come years after this to me and to say me here. I also make already some money with cryptos, and you are working a lot, but you earn not so much money. Maybe this is the way you should go and try to make some money. And because I have no knowledge about crypto, I go to him and ask him what currency I should buy. Bitcoin is very expensive, and I have no idea what is good to invest. And then he said, try it with Cardano. And I buy Cardano for, I think, $200 when it was on 11 cent, 15 cent, 11 cent, something like that. And yeah, and short time later, it increased a lot. And then I was, yeah, addicted to crypto. And yeah, for a half year, I just buy some stuff. And then I meet my girlfriend, Louisa. And it was funny. I was trying to find a new artist because I'm developing, I plan to develop a messenger for anime fans, and I need some stickers and emojis, and I was looking on online platform for artists, and yeah, that was the way how I find her. And yeah, she was interested, then we meet together, she did some stickers, then we realized that she lived just one town near to my town. It was just 10 minutes with the car, and yeah, then we meet, we eat something, and then we talk about future plans. And yeah, then Toby come also to this group and say, hey, she's an artist, let's try it with the NFT project. And yeah, that was how it started, the journey of ADAWaifus.
That's pretty cool. That's it's pretty amazing that you know, you tried to connect with someone online for the project and you know, do some little bits for anime sector. And turns out that the artist, she was just in the next town. That's amazing. You're all in Germany, right?
Yeah, we live in Germany.
That's awesome. All right. Very, very cool. So can you talk a little bit about ADAWaifus and also anime sector as well?
I think 2007, I started a platform named helsinganime.de. And it was my first website. This was the time where I learned HTML, CSS, and a little bit JavaScript and PHP. And yeah, then I have the site done. I write my first character guides, episode guides, and stuff like that. When I was finished with that, I was thinking about next steps, and I found a forum software I implemented to the website. And I think 1 month later, I didn't check the website. And 1 month later, I came back and I see there are hundreds of people registered for some reason. I don't know how this happened, but it was the case. Yeah. Maybe because in 2007, there was not many German forums for anime fans, and maybe Google just ranked it good. I check on Google, and it was really listed on the first site of Google. And then over years, I had at the end, I think, something like 200,000 registered users. And
200,000.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Well, that's incredible.
I still have the database on my PC. Maybe I think about writing someday a newsletter to the people here, a new platform relaunch of the anime sector, but I think I cannot do it because data protection stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and the people are asking for a lot more features than they want. RPG area, they asked for event planner and stuff like that, and I tried to implement every feature, a user gallery where they can upload fan arts and cosplay stuff and stuff like that. And at the end, it was just a forum software, and I have so bad skills, and if bigger it grows, if worse was the code at the end. And then I say someday I have to complete everything new with a new design, new UX, new user journey. But in this time, my skill was not that great. I tried it 3 times, I think, to make everything new. Then I delete, I start again from new. And I was never happy with the result. And at the end, I say I have to learn first professional development. And then I also find a job in this area. Now I create websites in a company. I work normally in a company where we create websites for Siemens, Opel, MasterCard, and stuff like that. And I learned a lot in the last 5 years about development, and I think it's just the time now to get serious with the anime sector project I have in my mind for 15 years.
Wow, 15 years, that's a long time. And you're right. Once you get those skills and you're in the right position, or if you engage someone else, you can actually build out the platform that you want to build. So how did the ADAWaifus come about?
My girlfriend is an anime artist, and she illustrates a lot of anime characters, and she loved to draw cute girls. And Toby, I think we was eating with Toby, and Toby said that this can be a way to go to start with anime sector, to earn some money with this NFT project, that we can develop the infrastructure, because it will be a very big project, this anime sector and anime chat. We need a large infrastructure. We need sysadmins with good skills, and designers and UX designers, UI designers, and stuff like that. And everything, it's complicated, and it will cost some money. And Toby said we can maybe earn that money with this NFT project and give the community something back later with this project. And it's a win-win for both sides. And then Louise was at home. She was very hyped, and she just draw for fun the first ADAWaifus. But at this moment, we didn't talk about really. We don't decide that we really want to start with this project. And then she showed Toby the first waifus. I think it was 5 or 6 waifus. Toby was amazed, and I was also amazed. And then we say, why not? And then Toby sent me a link to this Hashlips generator, and then we make the first tries. And Louise was, she was so happy to see how the layers get combined to one NFT, and then we generate hundreds with, I think, 12 layers or something like that. Most of them look the same, but it was just cool to randomize them and see the result. And then she started.
Wow, okay. Now, for a lot of people, they don't know that a lot of these NFT collections are actually generated through scripts. So when Louise draws the ADAWaifus, it's actually, she's drawing all the assets, like the hair clips, the hairstyles, the hair colors, and then the script puts them all together. Can you talk a little bit about Hashlips, the very common one that everyone's using, and how that actually works?
Basically the same like the NFT generator that we develop. It takes layers of image. For example, the one layer type is hair, the other layer type is the skin, the other layer type is the eyes, and all the other parts. And then you give an order, in what order you want to overlay them. What should be first, what should be the last. And then you give some properties like how many you want, the resolution, the quality, compression, PNG or JPEG, and stuff like that. And you set up the config, and then you run the script, and it generates that what you set up in the config.
It sounds pretty easy.
It is easy. It is really easy.
That's probably why there are so many NFT projects out. You find a really good artist, so you get the script working, and hey presto, you get a whole collection generated for you. But you found some problems and issues with the Hashlips one, didn't you? Well, especially for the season 2 of the ADAWaifus, you wanted something a little bit different. What was the problem with it, and why did you have to create the new generation script?
It was fine for the season 1. We used it for season 1. The season 1 Waifus was generated with the Hashlips generator. But yeah, there was something like restrictions. We wanted some restrictions that we can decide if we have this hair type, then we want only this eyes. Or if we have this background, then we want only this special color of the cloth or something like that. And this was not possible with Hashlips, and there were 2 or 3 other little things that was a bit messy with the metadata. I tried to change the metadata a bit, that I don't have to update manually after the generation of 1,000 NFTs, all the 1,000 metadata by hand. And it worked. I was able to change it in the script, but it was never working like I expected, also because the script, every time when you run the script, it started counting from 0. Of course, you can change a bit the code, then it starts from another count. But then when you want to compile another series or something like that, then you have to change every time directly in the code, and it was a bit hard to get and work with this. And at the end, we decided to create our own generator that have not all these issues that we have with the Hashlips generator. It's also the other thing that we don't like. It is written in JavaScript, in raw JavaScript, and we work mostly with TypeScript because the code is a bit more beautiful and it's more simple to change code.
Yeah, I think a lot of people prefer TypeScript as well. Now you've got this code all up and ready. So if anyone's wanting to actually see a walkthrough on how to actually generate one of these collections, be ready, because Sven's going to take you through it. Go ahead, Sven. Show us a demo.
We make it public now. It's open source. Everyone can open this URL and can see the repository and can clone it and use it for his own project. We have a very short and clear README that explain how to use it. You simply work with these config files. That's basically all you have to do. All the other stuff are automatically using the data. This is an example file, how you edit your project, but I will show it in the project in a real case. And the interesting thing is this restrictions, where you can say if background matches the file name that you want to match. If this background was chosen, then you can say, I want from the skins the black hair or the soft hair or something like that, or a mouth or something like that. And here's another example for doing this. And that was basically the main reason why we start this generator.
Very cool.
It's possibly that you find the one or the other bug, because it's I think 1 week ago that we make it public, and currently no one checked out and no one used it. I think maybe 10 people or something like that, but we don't get any feedback yet. It's very new, so we will find some bugs, I think, but the most stuff is working.
Now, I think when I gave that script a go, I had an issue with npm. I had an incorrect version on my Windows machine, so it didn't run properly. So I had issues running it myself. So there may be a couple of dependencies that you need to get working correctly on your environment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you need Node 14 or 16. I need to check that. But good that you say me that. I will make here a little notice about this that everyone knows what version you have to use. And also interesting for everyone, if you don't have layers yet and you want just to test, we make some layers from season 1 public. When you check here the inputs, then you have the default or tier. For example, here are the layers inside that you have backgrounds, clothing, ears. Let's check skin. Then you see we have here all the 3 skins that we have used in season 1. Let's see if it can. Okay, GitHub can't show image, it seems. Oh, it can, but it's because it's so
really big.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's an example of what a particular layer looks like, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
And all you need to do is to have an input folder and the config file. And maybe, I don't know if it's a good idea, but maybe I can show it, example directly from season 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's still currently not released, but we have already worked a lot of the new tiers. We have the beach, the dryads, the e-girl, the punk, the schoolgirl, the Viking. There will come more like vampires and demons, but this is what we have now. And let's take, for example, this default JSON and copy it here. Let's rename it to create. And now we have here in our input folder the types, let's say create, and now we can define here create. The interesting thing is we write it like this, that every variable that you define here you can use with these brackets, and it will be insert here. You can do it with everything. You also can use JavaScript inside here. No one will use a name like this, but for example, to show the people what is possible, we add some JavaScript code here. You can execute every kind of JavaScript inside this file that you want. Here is a schema for the metadata that you will get at the end. And you have this orders where you define all this layers that you have. And this is, of course, the layer that will mostly in the background. Then you lay the skin over this background. Then you lay the mouth over the skin, the hairstyle over the mouth, and so on. And that's basically all you have to do. You just have to place the image inside these folders, have this config file, and then you just run the script. We also, with npm run start. That's basically the only script that exists. And the cool thing is you don't need to take care about other stuff because we have this CI that will take care about everything. He will ask you what project you want to use. When you have in projects, you can create sub-projects. We want to generate something from the ADAWaifus 2, Season 2 project. Here you will see your config files. You can have multiple files, of course, and then you can select all or just one. With select, you can enable them or disable them, and then you run. You can, if you have a really strong machine, you can say, I want to batch 4 files at the same time. It will be a bit more faster, but it soaks a lot of power, and yeah, the fans will be very loud. So we leave it to 1.
Okay.
And that is also interesting. That was annoying on Hashlips. There was no upload script to the IPFS system. And this generator will upload it directly and take the string, the ID that the IPFS returns back, and place it on this place where you have to sit. And the result will, we can maybe I can make 5, save, and let's say yes. If you just press enter, the default is no, and he will upload IPFS. Let's generate 5 of them. Now
that's pretty quick.
In the output, yeah, that's okay.
Is that uploading to IPFS at the same time when it's doing that?
Yeah.
At that point, uploading. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Here's the result of the generated image.
Oh, cool.
And when you check the schema of the files, you see at the same time he's creating the schemas. Now he's done. Okay, now he's done. Then you can scroll down to the image and you see it didn't work. Oh my God. Okay, that's that's the thing that I mean with bugs possibility there. Last time I tested it worked. I have to check it with I think I know why. It is because in the config, I didn't edit the config because it's a public repository. Of course, I removed the API key, and if you enter here your APK, then it will work. Then you will upload.
It's good that that error came up, so you can actually tell people that in the main config you need to put your API key for the IPFS storage.
Yeah, that's basically all that you have to define your projects. I think no one will change it. It's just the API key that people will insert. And then you see in the result schema the metadata that we also have in our project. If we check our ADAWaifus, then you can see it on this CNFT Me site, which is my favorite site for checking NFT projects because it's have no so much buttons, no bling bling, blah blah. It's just working and showing the data. Yeah, that is exactly what we have here. And you don't have to take care about anything else. It's basically the same. Just upload and mint the data.
Fantastic.
I think a good way to go.
Yeah, I'd love that bit where it actually generates all the metadata for you as well. So you don't need to manually go through and I can't imagine having to generate all the metadata for all the images as well, especially when you have all the attributes and people are after the attributes too, because that creates the rarities behind everything. Yeah. So that was incredibly easy. I'm really annoyed that I got stuck with my NPM installer and not be able to play around with it myself. But Sven, thank you so much for actually showing me how that works. Now, what are you looking through here? The Rarity collection.
That's a Rarity collection that make, because we create only 5, the percentage and stuff like that will be low, of course. We have only 1 time this clip flowers and 2 times this clip lucky. But with this big file, you can create 1 file that returns you all the information about your rarities from the whole collection. And this allows you to do something like this on our ADAWaifus website when you check the rarity list. This is the way how you can visualize lists like that.
Yeah. A lot of projects don't have this rarity list, so you have absolutely no idea how rare your things are when you're going through it. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, when we started season 1, there was only CNFT tools, I think. I didn't think that CNFT Jungle was always, maybe, but I didn't know it in this time. It was not so easy for people to find out the rarities of an NFT project. That's why I create this list. But I think now it's not really needed anymore, but it's nice to have on your website something like that to show the people directly on your site how rare is an NFT.
Yeah, I still think you do need that rarity list on the website because like sometimes like a CNFT Jungle or CNFT Me, for example, they haven't got the project listed on the site yet. So you may be minting and still waiting for the site, for one of those sites to be adding your project. So you do need some sort of rarity list to give people a guide so they can mint through. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And maybe a good point to explain what I remember now, what was the thing that makes me mad because, with the Hashlips generator. It was in season 1, we have in input, we have tier 1, tier 3, and tier 2, and the default, so 4 different collections. That's also what we see here. The problem was with Hashlips, you cannot define multiple configs for multiple collections and run them at one time. We was forced to run first the default, and then we get one of these files. And when we run Cyber, it starts again to count from 0, and I have all these hundreds. I have to edit so many metadata manually from this 100 special tiers to make the values correct, depending to the defaults.
Okay. Yep. It's especially important for collections that have multiple different series or multiple different collections within their series. So just like the ADAWaifus here. So yeah, that's absolutely cool. I didn't realize some of those issues that you had with Hashlips, but that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm very happy that I found it. It's a great tool to. It was the reason why we start with an NFT project. If we didn't find Hashlips, then we would never start with creating our NFT project, because it was not the plan from the beginning to write our own generator.
So is this a fork of Hashlips or a redo of it?
It's a complete redo. We create an empty repository and code everything from new.
Oh, well, since you said it was in TypeScript as well and not raw JavaScript, so that makes perfect sense.
And when you run it, it will also create a dist folder where you compile the TypeScript files to JavaScript, and then you run the JavaScript files.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So can I see the images again from the Dryads that came out?
Yeah, of course. Meanwhile, I show you the images. I can maybe create some more.
Yeah, okay.
Just for fun.
Yep.
Okay. Every time when you run a script, he will delete all the image that he created before. He will clear the image folder from this file.
Same with all the schemas, the metadata. That's cool.
Yeah. Louise is doing a really cool job here. She planned to draw more backgrounds.
Yeah.
Currently, she's focusing on the layers of the skin, eyes, and ears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the end, she will focus the backgrounds.
Those backgrounds are stunning.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah, like that grass one, I love it.
Yeah, she found. She played a bit around with 3D models in for the schoolgirls. I'm not sure if she will do this for every collection, but for the schoolgirls, we started with 3D backgrounds, and I will be happy if we can do it for every collection, but we will see.
Oh, you're going to show me now. You can't just tease me with that. Oh, yeah, we're doing 3D backgrounds and not show me. Come on.
Yeah, okay, let me take a look if I...
All right.
Yeah. This, she have in Clip Studio Paint. That's a program she used for creating and drawing the image. And she found a function that allows to bring assets in a 3D model and insert them, and then she can redraw the 3D model, and then it looks like hand-drawn. But it's basically based on a 3D image.
Yeah,
same
gotcha.
Like this.
Same with that one there, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very cool. It really adds the oh, wow, okay. Really adds the depth to the background. That's really cool.
Yeah, I also like it very much. I'm not sure if it's possible because for every collection, because we will have demons and vampires, and I'm not sure if the assets exist for stuff like that, but we will take a deeper look. I hope we will find all we need.
I hope so too. It really adds that extra dimension. I don't see many projects that put that much detail into the background, let alone the actual the image itself. So that's really cool. That's a nice addition.
I don't know, maybe I'm the only person in this team, but backgrounds for me are very important. I love good backgrounds, and I started a lot of discussions already because I want that the backgrounds looks good. Yeah.
Sometimes yeah. This new season's looking very, very cool. I love the new hairstyles as well.
Yeah. I really like the punk girls. I created 2 of them.
Yeah, they look cool too.
They look cool too, yeah. And we copy one idea from Hashlips. It's the idea of adding the rarity in the file name. We do it like Hashlips. It's possible that you add here at the end of the file name a route and then a number, and depends on the number, it will be more or less rare than other layers.
Oh, okay. So you can even influence it in the file name.
Yeah. Hashlips have some really great ideas. It's really just the fact that it's written in JavaScript why we end these restrictions, why we create a new one. Yep. I don't want to talk too bad about them because it's a cool thing.
Yeah. Well, the fact that Hashlips has helped generate so many NFT projects, globally, it's absolutely amazing. So now people are just iterating on top of that, improving it and making it better.
Yeah.
These punk girls are looking pretty cool too.
I love this one. Yeah, that's the error, but let's don't talk about the error.
That's awesome. This is really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we we have a manga artist that is creating this short stories with this Yonkoma panels, and the idea is the first 6 episodes was we used characters from season 1 for the first 6 episodes of this manga, and now we sent him new characters. One is the Dryad we sent him already, and the other is the beach waifu. She's a character that is surfing on the volcano. And we plan to send for the next manga a punk girl.
Yeah, I absolutely love what you guys are doing with the whole manga series as well. It adds in that extra little element to the project, and then ties in, the whole anime and what you're doing with anime sector. And people love the manga, love reading the stories and following through on what these girls are getting up to. And now, if people aren't following it, the stories are actually converging, and the girls are actually starting to meet each other as well. So it's a nice little addition to the storyline.
Yeah, it makes it also very fun to see the development progress from the manga artist. He give the projects life, he make the characters live and give them a character. It's really interesting to follow the stories. Because when he started, I sent him a character and I say this character, for example, this character, I sent him the image of this waifu. We see it here as she uses this Instagram avatar.
Yeah.
And I just say she's a bit crazy, but she like hot boys, but she never get a boy because she's too crazy and the people are creeped out because of the stuff she do.
Yeah.
And yeah, she like crazy stuff, also like surfing on a volcano.
Of course. Absolutely brilliant, Sven.
Yeah.
I think it's really creative how you've just given the artist, the manga artist, just a little bit of a direction, and then he's gone ahead and done everything else. Like I'll put up slides, a screenshot of this, but he'll do the rough illustrations and the storyboards, and then we'll critique it and say, oh, we'll add this or add this, and then he goes back and then creates life out of it. It's a really cool creative process, and I absolutely love seeing it like come into play. And he's pretty quick. Like he turns these around like every week, which is amazing.
He's really fast. Last week I was 4 days late with sending him the new character, and after 3 days later he sent me already the line art for the new one. He's insane fast, and he has so nice ideas. This is the line art for the next one. I think I will get it today or tomorrow. He will deliver, and I just saw this line art, and I sent it to the group. We talked a bit about this, and I had the idea to give the evil side of this story a face. So I remembered my favorite anime from my childhood, Dragon Ball, the Red Ribbon Army, and how cool it would be if we have here an evil army too. So we have in some stories, these evil guys, we will give them a Bitcoin logo, the evil Bitcoin army or something. We have no name now, but we will think about a good name and a good logo. And when the story will release, they will have this logo, and we also add it to the factory to symbolize Bitcoin crap.
Well, it's a druid. It's the environmental thing, and that kind of spin on it. But I think Toby mentioned that we should put in maybe the central bank in there as well, not just the Bitcoin side of things. So that's pretty cool. So I absolutely love what's coming out of the project, the manga series, the season 2 artwork as well. It's looking really, really cool. But for people that actually want to start playing around with the script, where can they go to get support? Where obviously it's on GitHub, so I'll put a link down below. But how would they actually engage with the team to get support? So maybe they want to start their own project.
Yeah, we have a Discord server. Toby is managing the community, and the link to this Discord server will be found on our website, ADAWaifus.io. And then you see here on displays our social media links, also the Discord invite link. And yeah, we will be happy about meeting new nice people on our Discord server.
Fantastic. I'll put links to everything down below in the video description. So if anyone wants to join the ADAWaifus team and check out what they're doing and learn a little bit more about the script so that you can generate your own project, I'm pretty sure the team will be more than happy to help you out. Sven, thank you so much for sharing everything and the sneak peeks for season 2 as well. I'm pretty excited about it. And I can't wait to get my hands on some of them.
Yeah, thank you. I was very happy to be here. Thank you for your time.
I've put all the links down below, so if you're wanting to get your hands on that script and have a little play around with it, you can. You can create your own assets and then create your own collection, or play around with the ADAWaifus collection there as well, everything that we had in season 1. Now, I am a part of the ADAWaifus team, and I'm doing a whole bunch of marketing and all sorts of really cool things, giveaways, and all these extra little bits and pieces are coming up for the team as well. So if you want to find out more and want to join in on this little anime project, links down to the Discord channel. Join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. The manga is building up. We're creating a lot more community engagement and all sorts of really cool things around it. So come along and join us for the ride. It's been quite an interesting journey building out this project. Now, if you really like this type of content, please give me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click on the notification bell, and you'll hear more from me soon. See you in the next video.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debating.